right, gentlemen, let's work. What's up, Prisms? Well. Let me fix the chat. I forgot to update that. There we go. Welcome. I told you I was going to be working. Told you I was going to get on a roll again. We're getting this thing done. Did a lot of work over the last 2 days. I'll show you some of that. And then, thanks to our dear friend Shoya Haruni, I've got my Mandua translation written for the earlier part of the ceremony, which we are changing away from this repetition of the same exact oath that Ragnar already took in this show. And we're moving it more of him inheriting leadership and command of House Vizsla. And then some minor changes on the Din and Grogu language. And yes, by the title of the stream, his name shall be Nay Din Grogu, I Grogu Djarin. When do we get our first trailer? Good question. I would like to do a trailer probably early to mid-October and then release the film end of October. And that's being generous on the timelines, I think. I might get it done faster, but we are in less than... I'd probably say less than 3 weeks for a trailer, less than 5 weeks for release. Alright, so what did I do in the last 2 days? What didn't I do? As you can see, my sound work here is quite in depth. I did a lot of work on those. I found all my files, so nothing's missing anymore. Everything's synced up from the break. Everything's in here as it should be. You know, I haven't done a sound pass on the film yet, so that's going to be the majority of the work once I finish these final scenes. But guys, I'm like... I kid you not when I say it's this scene, and that's just replacing dialogue like I've done a million times. And then other just little touch-up markers I have in here, which are all like few-minute tasks, and then I'm reviewing the entire film. For what I'll do here is I'll watch this whole film in Premiere over the course of probably a week, making sure I don't hear or see any bugs or distractions. I will render... Oh, no. As I see something in red. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. I had a couple other lines from Boba Fett's life I wanted to add in there. I think they were stuff from Django. What you doing? I didn't tell you to do that. So I'll replace those. You know, catching teeny tiny things like that. Little flavor things. Catching... You know, sound things that are weird. I still have a decent amount of markers in here. But none of these are major things. These are all like I said, probably like 10-minute tasks each. But it'll take me a full week to do a pass through the whole film with the transitions. Then I will render the first draft. I will begin at that point working on the trailer. And with that first draft, I'll send it to a few other editors who have released films before, who I trust their judgment on. Some people that have been following the project for a long, long time, helping me out with plot ideas, with scene edits, and technical stuff. And I'll take their feedback. I'll make the final changes I agree with. And then the movie's yours. We're in the final stage. What the heck is this? I adjust my chair. I need more back support. My chair at work is crap. It's been hurting my back. Alright. Yeah, I got the Secret Lab Titan here at home. I should just like throw that in the back of my car and wheel it into my office and back home every day. Honestly, would be better for my back to do that than sit in that crappy chair there. Alright. So that's the plan. So what did I complete since last time? We had just kind of gotten through some of this. And then I finished... Oh, I did the parametric equalizer and the mastering and everything on all of the battle scenes here on out. I need to double check some earlier scenes to like this one. Actually, now that it doesn't have it, so I need to do a pass on which still need that edit. Let me just throw one of these on there just so this gets rid of that like really dulled. Let me see if I can give you an example. Okay, do you hear that? Okay, that's regular Disney Plus. This is AC Bagel, The Way of Mandalore. Can you hear like the depth of the sound a bit more with those jetpacks? Like even in my headphones, I can hear like some of the subwoofer wavering through that. And so I've made the deeper sounds deeper and the higher pitch sounds higher. So we get rid of this like dull, monotonous sensation that the sound mixing of the show came with. Not in early seasons, but in the last 2 episodes especially. And a couple others in season 3. Such as the pirate attack on Navarro episode was especially bad with the sound mixing. It all just like blends together. So I'm trying to separate the sounds, and you will really hear it in the fight with Gideon. When Bo's dueling him, like the light is like exactly like that. Sukui me, Mr. Marv. Thank you for joining. Have you seen the movie Cruella? I don't believe so. Let me look it up. No, I have not seen this one. I have not. It's not a bad rating. What did you give it? Prisms, what was your score? My first celebrity crush too. 2009. 13-year-old AC Bagel. Columbus. Yep. Not Columbus. She was Wichita. Yeah. I did not have a crush on Jesse Eisenberg. Nobody quote me on that. It's not true. Yeah. What are your edit run times? My edit run times. Sign in. I think I put them in here. I mean, these are all my edits, so I've got my sequel trilogy edits. I assume you're talking about the Mandalorian ones. 2 hours, 3 minutes. 2 hours, 29 minutes. 2 hours, 3 minutes. 2 hours, 4 minutes. 2 hours, 15 minutes. And then the last one is a la Endgame. And before I have made my final pass through, we're looking at, I mean, that would be like right around 3.5 hours probably. So this is your extended edition Lord of the Rings special. Yeah. Pull open my stream so I can read the chat a little easier. It's so small in OBS. Okay, so yes, I did the combat edits. I fixed a lot of the audio blending.
Go save your kid.
Thank you.
Ah, yes. I did it. Check this. That is line 9. Alright. So the Disney version. Okay, so that's like every time Grogu uses the Force, which I think is 5 times between this fight and the Gideon fight. It's it's like that same exact noise over and over, and it's really subtle. I mean, okay, you hear it's just like a subwoofer. Like, is that what a Force push? Especially like he just does a little flick, but the sound keeps playing like the whole time. Like they just, I don't know. It didn't sound clean. I wanted a throwback. I mentioned I was going to do this, so yeah, I've got the sound effects from Jedi Academy. So now you got your standard, your push, your pull, all the sound effects for what Grogu will be doing. Do they sound a little cheesy? Yeah, but it's super nostalgic. See, so you hear that, and then it's a different one for the Force pull. And then I kind of did like a repulse effect there. So I did that, and I've got like kind of like a stasis type of sound effect almost. Kind of like there's this tension between the hand and the sword. And then he gets knocked over, but there's literally, I think this is the one where there was like literally nothing. Let me turn these off. Yeah, that camera shake is mine too. Where's that? If I turn that off, like this is the Disney. That's all it is, and in fact, I had to do some cuts too, so it looks even worse than that. So yeah, I've got like the kind of like a Force mini Force repulse. So that was the Force Unleashed sound effect for that Force power. Okay, so when I hear that, maybe it's just me because I grew up playing EU games. That's Force pull. I know that deep in my heart. That is a Force pull. This, like, there's nothing. Like, all you hear is the thing sliding on the ground. but to like start it like right there, so I start it like right as his hand moves. So yeah, Grogu's integrated. Got some new Moff Gideon lines in all this stuff, and some bow lines. So here's how this face-off goes now.
Bo-Katan Creeds. What's it gonna be this time? Surrender? Or fight?
This time, you die.
Okay, in the show there's nothing. Not a word between them after that. And then I cut out like multiple seconds of this. Like they're just staring at each other. I don't know if that was like intentional, like they're trying to go for some kind of samurai vibe or something. But the music in the back doesn't match the visuals either. Like the theme of the battle, this isn't just like an isolated 1v1 duel like an old samurai film where you want that like quiet tension or like the western build up. This is in the climax cutting of a whole saga, essentially cutting back and forth between multiple fight scenes. You don't just go quiet at that point. So I added the voice effects on top of Gideon, and then I've got my Bo-Katan lines in there. This time, you die. Okay, so she's fighting. I did all my combat edits. It looks good now. I sped up certain things. I cut some things. It's clean. It sounds great now. Look how like action-packed that sequence is with those cuts and that sound. Okay, so we go through this. I'll just show you some of the new stuff. Okay, I'll get to this in a second. I've got an idea I really, really, really want to do. I don't know if I can pull it off. It has to do with this. I'll talk about that in a minute. It sounds way better now. Thank you. Glad you think so. Okay, so we get back to the fight. Da 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 da. She gets knocked back again. I'm sorry, I have that in the wrong place, actually. I am missing a Gideon voice line in there. Let me grab that. I forgot I wanted to do that. I just noted, I have dialogue for him in here. But I noticed, it also looks like he should talk. Like, here. It's just so quiet. All that. This is where he says that dumb thing of, give me the saber and I'll give you a warrior's death, which makes no sense. So where's this Gideon line? It might be
the dark saber is destroyed. What will you do now? Mandalore. You have no claim, no symbol, no power.
I think it's that one.
Satine. Like the and you'll be alone.
I'll show you.
Again.
Yeah, it was that one. So I went this one. I wanted this like middle section here. Okay. Oh shoot.
No claim, no symbol, no power. No symbol, no
That's right. Now I remember what happened. So I've got like 2 mini Gideon monologues. This one had to go in the other one, and I was going to see if I could move dialogue from this one back to that one, but I didn't think either was going to work, so I was going to write something new for him to taunt her with here. But, like, let's at least get his laugh up here. I had a different laugh, too. It's so quiet. Why is no one talking? So anyways, once we get to here, I need to put this back where that belonged. So skip this empty part for now. I'll come back and fill that in.
You fight like your sister Satine. Like a pacifist. You have no...
Sorry, that shouldn't be there. So, yeah, that's a lie. Ha ha! You fight like your sister Satine. Like a pacifist. And that's what gets her, like... And then she just goes on this, like, aggressive tear on him. So I needed something to goad that type of reaction out of her, where she's, like, kind of feeling defeated, like she can't beat him. Gets another wave of motivation. Libertarian Party Australia. Message retracted. What was it? What was that? How do I find that? Is that in my... I need to see what that is. I'm checking back in my chats. Oh, it's just gone? What? Does anyone else see that? How is this possible? Libertarian Party Australia. Message retracted. What's up? Who are you? This is like the actual thing? What you doing in my chat, guys? Hey, what's up? Making a political statement in my chat? I'm cool with it. Why can't I see it like in my chat history? Oh, we got a Sukhoi. Oh, sweet. You've heard it here first. The Libertarian Party of Australia speaks Manda. We'll let this one be a mystery. I have my suspicions, but I'm a fan. I'll say that much. In general, you've got a subscriber. I'll tell you that. Very nice. Beautiful. Anyways. Was distracted. You gave Cruella a 7 out of 10. Yeah, we talked about Maleficent earlier. Cool. Gideon roasting her sister based. Yeah, absolutely. I need to find something else that would like lead up to that a little bit more. But that's what I want to goad that reaction. I think it's a cool callback to lore, which like Bo's heritage doesn't get talked about that much. I know it's like kind of a theme. You know, her just like being in leadership, but they don't like address directly what happened in the Clone Wars very well. So I thought a callback to that was really nice. Then, okay, so he's gonna smash, crash. This looks good. So clean, rather than that like 5-second hand holding like arm wrestle they do. Grab, smash.
The dark saber is destroyed. What will you do now? Mandalore. The clans will scatter. And you'll be alone. again.
Mandalorians are stronger together.
Mandalorians are...
Okay, so that's how that's gonna go. I'm a little work needs to be done on the sound balancing on some of that, but I'm quite happy with the exchange in general. I've got that little hint of Din's theme comes in.
Mandalorians are stronger together.
Mandalorians are...
And I added all that. His dialogue to her here is so bad. It's a thing where he's like, Mandalorians are nothing without your trinkets. And then she says Mandalorians are stronger together. And I'm like, what the heck? What kind of logical connection was that? I asked ChatGPT 5 thinking extended mode, bro, help me out. Does this make any sense? This, like, connection? And you know what they said? That's the wrong tab. And you know what they said? You're not crazy. The exchange, as written, doesn't logically volley. He sneers about gear, trinkets. Bo replies with a point about community. Those are different axes. Equipment versus solidarity? To make her line land, have Gideon frame his taunt around isolation, divide and conquer. I didn't like any of... I asked it for a lot of suggestions. I didn't like any of them. So, it got my mind thinking. AI sucks at writing, people. It's great for giving ideas of, like, direction. You know, like, kind of just seeing this breakdown is like, okay... Like I was, like, debating it. It's like, no, none of those make sense. So, you know, we went back and forth. And that's how I came up with that. So I'm quite happy with the dialogue there now. I especially like the like mockery of her Mandalore title.
Now, Mandalore.
What will you do now? Bam! Mandalore. And then, so then the connection is now he starts, like,
Scatter. You'll be...
taunting her, saying, like, you have no Darksaber, you have no claim. The clans are going to scatter again, and you will be all alone again. And that kind of leads her saying, like, no, Mandalorians are stronger together. Like we are gonna... We don't need the Darksaber, essentially. And then I wanted him to start... There's not enough time to get the whole line I wanted. But I was thinking he'd, like... Mandalorians are weak. Mandalorians are pathetic. He's starting some insult here. But that's when Din comes in and... Bink! I made that, like, grunting noise, too. From scratch, so... I think it works well.
Mandalorians are...
Them's my thoughts. Thank you for the translations, Shoya. I sent Mr. Goob a preview of this scene earlier. I'll show it to you now. Okay, so you get that exchange, we get the fight, kind of the edits I made in the last stream where we speed this up so they're not having this, like, super awkward just standing there gunfight. Now it's, like, really chaotic. I want to add some more camera shake in here, actually, too, in some scenes. So it kind of looks like things are falling apart. They do a decent camera shake, not much. This, I noticed this, too. Is that... I saw this earlier, and I meant to check it out. Yeah. Din shoots here, and there's no sound effect. Nice one, Disney. You can, like, kind of hear the impact at the end. but yeah, they forgot to add that. So let me just go back and take that like initial shot. Can I just take like this, copy that one, just move it over there also? See if that'll work. See, because these are. I need to figure out this Din blaster mystery too. Whose blasters is he using? Is this the 2 Imperial blasters? Yeah, this is okay. I mean, I know Din only uses one. Here's on Reddit. Is there any info on Din Djarin's new blasters? He looted, yeah. That's what I concluded. Like, what are the... Is it... Trying to see where these... I don't think, like, that kind of blaster ever got a name or anything. He gets it from the Beskar Trooper. Yeah, they're like heavy blasters. Nice. Oh yeah. That's cool. They do have that kind of design. Okay, so they're just whatever these Imperial Beskar things were using. So now is he going to be... I guess he kept them. He lost his main blaster he uses. That'll be interesting to see if he's dual-wielding these in the Mandalorian movie, which there was like a rumor the trailer was supposed to come out today. Did anybody see that? And then when the person was proven wrong who leaked that, apparently they said, well, it's because Jimmy Kimmel got fired. Disney decided to delay it. Okay, I don't really see the connection there, but I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, they didn't. They just said delayed because of Jimmy Kimmel. All right, that's convenient. Blame something in the news. Trailer seems like it'll be coming soon, though. There's been multiple rumors that it's like, right. It's probably going to be the same one that already got shown at Celebration. If I remember when that happened for Ahsoka Season 1, like that trailer got leaked just from phone recordings at Celebration or something. And then the one they ended up releasing was slightly different. But I would assume it's pretty much going to be the same trailer we saw. Alright, so yeah, I can't use Din's like traditional blaster sound that I would normally use because he's got these new ones. So it's down there. Let's see if I can get this one to work. There we go. That's all you need to do. Disney, please hire me. I will fix all of your mistakes. I promise. And I'll do it for 1/10 of the cost. Everybody send your Disney staff employees. I'll put my name in for CEO and president of Lucasfilm. Just saying. I'll do it. You may thrust that burden upon me. If that is my yoke, so be it. What's up, Oric? Sukui BB. Look at that. He's got the sexy C in there or something too. Quick question. I haven't been able to be present during all your creation process. That's okay. Nobody is always available. And I've had many a stream. It's been fun. Have you considered using shots from fan films to complete needed scenes, such as like whenever you require Imperials? What's up, Billiam? Hello. Yes, absolutely. If there is good looking fan footage, I have already used it numerous times in my movies. I use it sparingly because, I mean, it has to look like my standard is going to be like 90-95% like Disney production quality. And there are a couple out there, at least like short snippets of certain things. So I know in book 5 I use like part of an animation of like a dog fight that the N1 has with a TIE interceptor as part of a scene. So like I added some clips from that. You know, I've got some Andor in here. If there's something you know about that looks really good that I could incorporate, send it to me. Where is it? I mean, like, even this shot is from like a fan production. So yeah, I absolutely open. Please send me something if you know about something that you think could fit in, even if it's just any generic Imperial stuff that looks really good. I haven't 100% finished this. I haven't done the voices, the revoicing here yet, so. Alright, I'm going to show, now that bug is fixed, I'm going to show, oh, can I get away with, I'm going to show like 2 minutes of this and Disney's going to freak out on me. They're going to block me. I can't play it straight. I'm sorry. It's like a 2-minute scene. I really want to show it. I'll show you snippets. So you got your Grogu force noises again. I'll show this. Watch this. Watch this. Boom! Beautiful. So I can't we get some little Force theme hints. I'm gonna get my stream deleted if I keep playing that. But as I said, I want finality in this Gideon death. So yes, we will see him just get blown to smithereens. And then I mean, look at my timeline. There's no original. This has nothing in it. That's a dead soundtrack. I just had to make this from scratch, so I redid like all the fire sound effects and everything. And I do that contrast of like being inside the bubble versus outside the bubble. Okay, then we're back inside. See, you get it. Now we're at the ceremony for my scene to work. So yeah, those are the changes. That final segment, it sounds really, really beautiful, and I think it's, rather than just like the generic, the soundtrack is so weak in the moment in this show. I hope for your sake and for mine that it really lands on a full watching of the movie, that there's some payoff in what I considered to be a very weak ending. Yeah. So there we go. Some finality, some thematic tie-ins. Like, I want Luke Skywalker to get the credit, you know? So that's why I give like his Mandalorian theme starts here in the beginning. We get a little Force theme, followed by a little Mandalorian theme. Well, let's get our auditory synchronization. Alright. Who wants to do some Mandalore? Just like the good old days. It's been a while. It's been like 2 months since I've like had to grind out a Mandalore section. What do you think about maybe mirror some Andor scenes so they don't feel too familiar? Must be a pain to do so. Mirror them. I have only watched Andor once, so like these scenes aren't super recognizable to me. And then some of it's like, I mean, this is like lip synced.
Deploy all ties right away.
So I mean, I totally put that in there. So there's those differences. The problem with like flipping is you're gonna mess up the uniforms. And like this is so parallel. Like I just want to see what does flipping even do there. I mean, ooh, I don't know. It's a good idea if I could get it to work. I agree. Everything is like a lot of them are cropped or zoomed differently also. But I don't want to. I'm a purist with that stuff. I don't want to mess up the uniforms. I mean, I could do like this one. Maybe you could get away with.
That the Mandalorian fleet is destroyed.
And there's that one.
Work with left.
So like I can't flip that one. Oops. It doesn't change it that much. I mean, that's like the main noticeable thing is his rank switches. So not too much I can do there, I think. That does look beautiful. Nice. Good. Thank you. Goop, what's up? Are you not working today? You done your shift? You're slacking on the job. Watching an AC Bagel stream on the job is officially, by my own proclamation, not slacking on the job. It's actually very motivational for all aspects of your life. It can enhance your marriage. It can enhance the way you raise a child. As well as great financial advice as well. You'll become a master of the stock market simply by watching my streams. So you're just improving as a person all around. So I highly encourage watching during work. Thank you for everything you do, ACB. Oh, thank you for following Orc. It is my pleasure. I do it for the love of the EU and for the other people who love the EU like I do. I just know how much it meant to me as a kid, and even as an adult now with 4 kids of my own. And I'm not getting too emotional, but it means something. It really, really does. You know, you coming from like a household where, for reasons I like to be alone in my room a lot, playing with action figures, looking at my Star Wars trading cards, playing Knights of the Old Republic for the 40th time, Republic Commando, reading the novels right into playing the games, going through chronologies and timelines. I was reading the Alien Guide, Essential Guide to Aliens. I would look forward to it when just that time to be alone with my mind and with the stories and the characters. And so just like those formative years of your brain, when you just have that love in your heart, and then to see it get kind of trashed in recent years just sucks. So I want to take away a little of the suck, and in return give you a little hints to bring some of that emotion back. Reminisce on the beauty of the old days and those times that meant so much. That is why I do it. Well, no, you were amazing, truly. Thank you for this project. Absolutely. Yeah, I just gave my explanation for why I'm doing it. I am very happy to deliver, and that's why for my next project, again, my next commitment, I got to finish the chapter of Supernatural Encounters. Take me a couple months, and then I'm giving it to the people. You want more supernatural? You want other Star Wars shows? Should I tackle a movie? Do you want another IP that meant a lot to you also that has been tarnished that you would like to see AC Bagel enhanced? I wanna bring that. Stories are so important and so powerful. I mean, seriously, reminisce. Like, I can be having a crappy day, and I can see something nostalgic about an EU novel I read 18 years ago. I can remember a character. I mean, something that comes to mind is like the one where Obi-Wan, Jedi Apprentice, he's getting like brainwashed, like by some machine, and like he's fighting to maintain his identity, the people he cares about, not forget his own name. I take inspiration from that kind of stuff. Like when you're feeling down, you know, bite down on your mouthpiece and remember who you are. Remember your identity. So just those little things like genuinely impact lives. It helps keep people out of depression or alleviate the symptoms of depression. It's just very important. Stories that are well crafted and that can resonate with you are so beautiful. No shift today, working 10 hours Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Dang. 30 hours in 3 days is no joke. I worked that standard 9 to 5 in the office. Probably like 19 out of the... How many work days are in a month? Is it just 20? Like 22... Yeah, I probably spend 95% of my time. It's a 9 to 5 job in the office. I go out and film and do production maybe once a month. Do you have like a desk job or like a physical job for that kind of hours? All right, let's pull up our dear Vode Shoya, Haruni Shoya, Mandoa Lessons. He's got his own Discord channel, if you'd like into that. Shoyaim. He's got some of his old works on there, too. Shoya was like OG on some of the ideas I ended up pulling into the Way of Mandalore. I watched his Mandalorian videos way back when he was releasing them, and they inspired me. And here he is still today, translating everything I could ever need. So, it's old school Mandoa translation time. Who's missed it? Da, da. Not even signed in, huh? There we go. Destroy their cruiser now. We want to go back to V2 model, pull in Miss Armorer. It's been a while, Armorer. I haven't hired you for foreign languages in a while. The big kote kiram. Man, subtitling? Like, even just subtitling is a freaking throwback. And I gotta remember... like, my cues for what they would mess up. Is that a ch? Boyashi? Sh. Yeah, it should be a sh. And it will not do that if I don't tell it to. Like Pazvizla, Parji, Akanati Korea. That it always likes to do wrong. Get another she. Ragnar Atdin Vikashbuir. B. Alright, let's get a line.
Debe kote kiram, mibuyashi megpaz vizla parji akanati karoya, jorbik milamishi ragnar adin be keshbuir.
Don't like her tone there for... So what she's saying here is, by this death ceremony, that's what this is, like the Mandalorian term, a funeral, essentially, or a they didn't recover Paz's body, sadly, so I guess, could they have? Maybe. I don't know the geography of where that landing platform was compared to the other ones that, like, disintegrated. Though, his Beskar wouldn't have really burnt away. They at least, as long as that platform didn't collapse, I guess, they could recover his armor. I wonder if we'll ever see anything like that. But they're holding their post-battle ceremony, their death ceremony. So she says, by this death ceremony, we recognize that Paz Vizsla has won the Akanati Kar Oya, which is the Mandalorian phrase for the war of life and death. It's like this mythic phrase to, I guess, like recognize the struggle, essentially, the essence of what a Mandalorian does through their existence, the war of life and death. So by this death ceremony, we recognize that he has won the war of life and death. Therefore, we raise Ragnar to his father's line, starting the process of giving him House Vizsla.
Debe kote kiram, mibuyashi megpaz vizla parji akanati karoya, jorbik milamishi ragnar adin be keshbuir.
I need this to sound... Maybe slow down her speaking speed a little.
Debe kote kiram.
Terrible.
Mibuyashi debe kote kiram, mibuyashi megpaz vizla parji akanati karoya, jorbik milamishi ragnar adin debe kote kiram. Mibuyashi megpaz vizla parji akanati karoya. Jorbik milamishi ragnar. Debe kote kiram. Mibuyashi megpaz vizla parji akanati karoya. Jorbik milamishi ragnar adin be keshbuir. She said.
That was pretty good. I liked that one. I don't understand. Why are they repeating this? Like, what is this in the lore? He already did this. Like, what is the new Disney lore they're trying to... Why would you take the same exact oath 2 times? Once when you get your helmet and once when you get... Like, I get why Din did it again, because he does it when he's a kid. And then he voluntarily removes his helmet, gets exiled. He has to, like, re-become a Mandalorian and swear that... I get that. Ragnar never lost his helmet. Goob works a physical job as his main earner. Support worker. Client needs 24/7 coverage. He's going to work some strange hours. Oh, interesting. Does it vary a lot, like, week to week? Or is it, like, at least consist, like, you know you're going to get hit with three or 4 10-hour days? Is it, like, same time of the day, too? Or just, like, middle of the night, daytime, whatever? Alright, let's get our line in here. As she said solemnly.
She said solemnly.
I've been dreading this too because I have to completely remake all of the audio there's nothing other than their dialogue, but it's so echoey. I'm going to have to, like, make whole new ambiance sounds. Other random things I want to do. You know I can't focus for more than a couple minutes at a time on a task. Where is this? Freak. This is like so nostalgic, these Jedi Academy sound effects. I need to get some of the Yavin ones in my Yavin scenes. Just like the birds and such. Yavin exterior. I know I had my own stuff in there, but like hearing these, I was like, oh. Like I remember that noise. That's a loud waterfall. So I'm just going to throw in a few Easter eggs like that just to give a little bit of the old school Yavin vibe. Okay, other thing I'm going to distract myself with right now. Okay, I've got the Slave One here. See this? I've got the Slave One in Mandalore's atmosphere. Why do I have that? Well, I have an idea. This is what I was saying earlier. I don't know if I can pull it off, but if I can, it's money. Because earlier in the movie, when Boba comes in to offer his support, and he's kind of like connecting with Axe, who I have already established they have, they know each other, that Boba has contracted Axe before. That's information revealed earlier in my movie. So he's familiar with Din and Axe, and that's about it. You know, Boba's not like a team player, really. So he's going for like personal reasons, as well as like honoring his father reasons, but for his friends, what Boba would maybe consider friends. So earlier I have the dialogue where Boba's talking to him and says like, take the ship down and bail. I'll pick you up in the Slave One or whatever I had. That was the plan that Boba told him. Aim the ship down, then jump out. I'll pick you up in the Slave One. Obviously, in Disney show, Boba's not even on this planet, so I had to make everything from scratch. But I want the moment where he does this. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, he blasts out the window. And he's flying up. I want to cut like right there, like right about here through probably here. Just like a quick 2-second scene where you see Axwove's jetpacks and like lands right there. Wouldn't that be freaking cool? So this shot looks great already. I can upscale it, but I just need to get Axe in the scene. And then I would have to AI an animation where he lands. Which is, I don't know if I can do that. I really want to pull it off. I think it would be a very nice touch. And make Boba feel like he's doing more. Since I can't really have him on the ground doing anything. He blows up the Star Destroyer, then he does this rescue of Axe. I think that just gives it some closure. Oh shoot, I didn't even show. Yeah, so then I've got my scene. I haven't color corrected this to match this one. I did pretty well match this one. But we're going to get Boba there in the ceremony. I tried doing the Skiratas. I just couldn't get it to look good, sadly. It's really hard to give the AI type of stuff like the armor details and them not just like butcher it. So I would rather just not have it in there than have stuff wrong. I would love to do like more cameos, but if like good high res 4K models of them don't already exist that I can kind of move around and place in scenes, it's tough. It's kind of tough. So I would love to pull off this Slave One idea. I'm gonna give it my best. Okay.
De bek kote kiram, mi buyashi meg paz vizla parji akanati karoya. Jurbik mi lamishi ragnara dinbe kesh buer.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors
That I shall.
So annoying. Some chats were in a hurry. Just use the oath we made up before. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. I have my stable hours. Always picking up more shifts. There you go. That you got that dog in you. That grind. That Sigma male grind set attitude. Billiam says, AC Bagel, have you read the novelization for The Phantom Menace? Just started rereading it and completely forgot about some scenes that were never in the movie. I have. It's a very good one. I would say it's my second favorite movie novelization from Star Wars. Revenge of the Sith is unbeatable. I mean, that's like a 10 out of 10 book in general. You can easily put that in top 3 Star Wars books, period. I would have no problem with somebody doing that. The Phantom Menace one is very, very good too. For some reason, I don't have much memory of if the Attack of the Clones one was good. I know I read it, but I know I distinctly remember, especially when you read like Cloak of Deception, and then what's the Maul one that like really connects with Episode 1, and then the Plagueis novel with all that, like that whole chunk of stuff, so good. What were this? It's been probably 15 years since I read the Phantom Menace novels, so what are the scenes that are in the book that are not in the movie that stuck out to you? Those are some good bird sound effects, definitely. Yeah, they just give it that feel. I just need a few chirps, and you'll just feel like you're at home again. It's especially strong because I'm close to having your second child. Yeah, congratulations. Brain just keeps telling me to earn more money. Yeah. Absolutely. You got a natural instinct. Just gotta do it. It's a good thing you're doing. Thinking about your family. Love Path of Destruction so much. It's fully invested. Oh, what's up, SWA? Thanks for joining again. Probably due to the connection to KOTOR. Yeah, it's have you done the audiobook of it too? The audiobook is well done.
Groshik reached up a lot.
Oh, this is just a guy reading it. This is a text to AI. Get the real one. Yeah, this is arguably a top 3 Star Wars book of all time as well. What? I want to show this. This is an old YouTube video I watched. It has been lodged in my mind. I think this is the one. I haven't watched this easily in over a decade, probably 12 years. This video is from 13 years ago. And I remember it. I remember the part in this trailer, if this is the right trailer, where Bane's working in the mines or something, or at home, and his father says, "You're the bane of my existence," or something. And like, that's how I remember it in my mind from this trailer. I haven't watched this in probably 12 years. We're gonna watch it. This is such a throwback for me. Back when I read this book, and then it's really well done too. For 13 years ago, it's amazing.
The Sith follow the teachings of the dark side. They believe the natural order of the galaxy is for the weak to serve the strong.
Sounds pretty good if you're one of the strong.
You can't stay here, Des. Not after what happened tonight.
I know.
How would you feel about joining the Sith?
Look at those effects for 13 years ago.
We have our orders. Time for action.
This looks
now,
great.
hit the Republic outpost in 1 hour.
Sir, we can't attack in the daylight. It's suicide.
Are you questioning me, Sergeant?
True victory in this war will not come through armies, but through the Brotherhood of Darkness.
Am I gonna get my stream blocked just because I'm like playing this full screen? I don't know how that works.
Our strength lies in the Force, and those individuals with the power to command it. Individuals like you. This is a new beginning for you, Des. A new life. Some students who come here choose to take a new name for themselves. They leave their old lives behind. Do you wish to take a new name for yourself, Des? Do you wish to be reborn?
My name is Bane. Bane of the Sith.
Where's that line? I hope it's in this, or I'm gonna look like a fool.
Khan is a brilliant strategist.
I might be conflating two videos together.
Khan is a fool, Githany.
You'd feel differently if you had met him.
The Brotherhood of Darkness is a perversion of the dark side. Equality is a lie, succeeding only in
Look at that, that's sweet.
This lightsaber belonged to my former master.
He gave it to you when he died? There's only...
Where's that line? It's freaking epic, dude. Make a freaking movie about this. Freaking zero IQ Disney. Now I'm looking like a fool because that line that was in my mind.
Two there should be. No more, no less.
Look at that.
A master to embody the power.
And an apprentice to crave it.
Freaking beautiful. Dang it! Where's my line? Is it this one? I'm gonna find this line. Okay, I might be conflated. Yeah, there.
Mother died.
Yes, this is it. Okay, this is the other good one. This is 16 years ago. Okay, sorry, I was conflating two Lego Bane trailers together. All right. Oh, shoot me.
Bringing you into this world, you're nothing but a liability to me. Son, you're the bane of my existence.
Ha ha! Hear that? See, I remember this from... I probably watched this like right when it came out. I'm like 12 years old. Son, you're the bane of my existence.
Son, you're the bane of my existence.
I knew it. Yes, I knew it was a Lego trailer, right? I watched them all. I watched all the old school Lego trailers. This one's sweet too. Okay. You know, I'm telling you, you don't have enough old school fan film Lego trailers in your life. Like, look at this. I remember watching this too. I'm not kidding. Like, part of the reason I am making The Way of Mandalore today is because of this guy. Look at that. I don't even have a like on his video. Disgusting. But what I mean by that is, like, seeing his behind-the-scenes stuff on how he did it, it just made me have something in me like, I want to tell stories. I could do this. I have stories in my mind. I have ideas. I know the lore. I want to do it.
An old Star Wars game called Battlefront under the desk there. Then
This
I've
is
got
beautiful.
Speakers are over there. my mic manually like that. Started in.
Yep. Look at that. All the pictures. Doing a stop motion. So cool. Much respect. I haven't watched this. Has anyone watched the Rebuild the Galaxy? I've been, like, kind of tempted because you've got some... Like, this is Star Wars Infinities, the White Vader. Like, you've got some... And if you're an intellectual, it's not just Infinities, it's Apeiron. And there's a whole Infinities universe timeline of Apeiron, who... one of the architects goes by the name of Splendid App. This was his personal universe, and all the stuff that he was like an experimenter, and he loved to like poke and prod, and invent and create and analyze. And so part of that is, if you want an in-universe explanation for the Infinities stories, which would be like outside of the main timeline that we know, if you actually want an in-universe explanation of why that is, there you go. Supernatural encounters. If you don't care and just want to say, yeah, that's totally non-canon, just a fictional what if, that's your prerogative also. I love the tie-ins. Yes, this is an alternate reality. Gives it a little bit more meaning. Alright, catch up on some chats after this distraction. Just read most of the time. Might have to listen to the audio for the Kenobi book. I didn't do the audiobook of that one. Only 7 chapters in. Oh, to the Phantom Menace book. Okay. So not many just yet, but like Obi-Wan's arrival on Naboo. Qui-Gon lecturing Obi-Wan about his lightsaber stuck out to you. Cool. Very nice. If you want to listen to Star Wars audiobooks, I'd record Young Jedi Knight audiobooks, Bunce books. If you want to listen to Star Wars audiobooks, I'd record YJK audiobooks. Is that so? I don't know. Is that something that like exists already? YJK audiobooks? Whoa. I didn't know this existed. Is it like their own readings of it, or
this
what?
audiobook was created using text-to-speech software,
Okay, cool.
and was not read by a real person. And who could blame them? Obi-Wan shook his head. He knew every price paid in war.
Dang, they got Jedi Apprentice in here. That's cool.
You're the young Jedi, Obi-Wan said.
There's somebody I follow that is like doing this type of same thing, just to help like hearing impaired people. People who just like to listen rather than read. He's doing it for like fan fiction creations. Yeah, Makati. He's
Jedi
in
Padawan.
the chats sometimes supporting Way of Mandalore, but he does it for. If you don't know, let me pull this up too. I'm all distracted again. I gotta do it. Gotta show this. So there's a whole fan project called Star Wars Re-Expanded. And in here you've got fan fictions that like... Oh, look, wow, dang, they put supernatural encounters in here. Cool. I say that's a little more than like fan fiction, though it is technically, I guess, outside of the EU, but it was very, very adjacent or close to being in it if you understand the history of how that went down. It got like canned as is with the Disney buyout. Not even canned, it got left on the shelf, we'll say, and then the author asked for permission just to finish it on his own without their direct approval and release it on his own as a book on his own, and yeah, they said go for it. So that's how that came about. So you can say, at least for supernatural encounters, there are ideas in the book. It went through an initial editing thing. It was supposed to be like short stories about like force cults and stuff, and some of that got approved. So some of the ideas in there were actually EU. Some never got a second review or second edit from the Lucasfilm team. But like, if you know, like, the fan fiction, right, like Hand of Thrawn is phenomenal. People like there's speculation that he's like actually an author who has published EU books, that just like writes on his own also to fill in some of the gaps of the stories. You can see a lot of the re-expanded is his. So things like The Force Unleashed 3, if you want to see how that pans out, and he like connects it to the rest of it. Like everything on this list right here, the curated timeline, this is like, this works with the EU. If you want, they have like an expanded one that's just like a lot more high quality in general, fan fiction novels. But yes, anything by Hand of Thrawn is phenomenal. I haven't read all of his. I read the first one of this. He was just he was writing these like within I think this is his most recent one. I mean, he takes like a year to write a book. Like, these are like actual novels. But some of these are worth. I read, where's is that, yeah, The Force Restored. I think that's the Force Unleashed 3 one. So I read those two. And I know he's done a lot to finish out the EU from like the stuff that got canceled at the very end. But back to your boy Makati. So he adapts a lot of these books in that same YJK audiobooks format of just bringing those things to life too. So he's got he's got freaking 3,000 subscribers. He's doing well. He's got more than me. Just posting those audiobooks. It's beautiful. You got hundreds and hundreds of people watching each and every one of them. Thousands on some of them. It's very cool. 10K. Like Broken Alliance. Yeah, you can see. I listened to that like that. I listened to that one. So, yeah, very, 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 very cool. And he's a fan of The Way of Mandalore, so give him a sub. Eric Payne made a fan animation based on Star Wars Darth Maul 18 years ago. Dang. I kind of want to look that up. Let's just keep this distraction going. I have never seen this. Gotta skip the music or I'll get banned. That looks good. That's cool. From 2007. And that's like Tartakovsky style art. I kind of want to upscale this. That would be cool. Heck yeah. So it'd be like a... Dude, it's absolutely Tartakovsky style. I can tell by that explosion. Yeah, that's that like red smoke. This is really good. I
am yours to command.
Nice. Voice acting pretty good too.
Their avarice and incompetence makes them unbeatable.
Okay. I mean that's like going for the Tartakovsky. Palpatine Sidious. This is cool. I'm gonna get wrecked by the soundtracks in here if I just try and watch this, but I will watch this on my own. Thank you for sharing. 500,000. Leave him some love. I kind of wanted to watch this. A foolproof guide to fixing Star Wars. This is a Dash Star. So I wanted to hear some of his ideas. See where he. I've posted my videos of what should you do next. Dash Star is a big EU guy too. The nostalgia from the movie Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight looks cool. Honestly, I haven't seen that one either. It's aggressively okay. I tried, but I don't care. Not bad, but I'm not great. I am sorry, I lost track of what those chats were referring to. Bunce book. I'll look that one up real quick, and then let's get back to work. But I do wanna see this. Bunce books. It's just like, oh, look at that, I Jedi. Heck yeah. What are these? These are like snippets? Oh, we got music in this one.
From the beginning, he had been far beyond his classmates in lightsaber skills and mastery of the Force. Yet in matters of the heart and mind, he still had much to learn.
This doesn't sound like AI.
Yoda continually pointed out. His teachers had known how gifted he was, but they gave him the same drills and assignments as the other students. They knew he was bored at times, but it was important not to single him out, not to treat him as special. Obi-Wan.
Cool. That's nice with the soundtrack in the back.
A Force-sensitive Riverstone. Obi-Wan was ashamed to remember how he'd been disappointed by the gift.
That's nice. Bunch books. Very cool.
As evidenced by those few lords who had... Plagueis was...
Is he taking snippets from the actual audiobooks of these? I mean, I didn't think Jedi Quest got... Where's he getting the voices from? I listened to this real audiobook.
Become in ragged, rapid gas or real.
I mean, that's the real one, so yeah. But what about the ones that, like, didn't come with audiobooks? Recommend sub. Bunch Books does bits. Yeah, okay. I'm not a fan of the Force Unleashed sequel clone stuff. I've only watched the cinematics. Not interested in reading the novel or comic. Yeah, the second one I was not a fan of the story either. Fortunately, he never continued it, I'm pretty sure. Cool. This was nice. Alright, Mandalore. I should be subtitling as I go, or I'm gonna get freaking lost. Okay.
De be kote kiram, mi buyashi meg paz vizla par ji akanati karoya.
See if I can fit all that into there. So that is going to be... There we go.
De be kote kiram, mi buyashi meg paz vizla parji akanati karoya.
Okay, let me get my room reverb. She sounds flat. Probably needed it to be extra echoey in this big room. Large reflective room.
De be kote kiram, mi buyashi meg paz vizla parji akanati karoya.
And then... I need a little bit more helmet on her.
De be kote kiram, mi buyashi meg paz vizla parji akanati karoya. Jurbik mi...
There we go. Okay, second half. Therefore we raised Ragnar to his father's line. his father's line.
De bek Verbik mi lamishi Ragnara dinbe kesh buer.
Nice. Look at the timing works freaking perfectly too. Wow. That's lucky. That is freaking lucky. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! I moan for a great reason. I moan and groan for very, very valid reasons. Frick. Dang it. I moan because... Eleven Labs only gives you 30 voice slots, and you can see I'm always maxed out, and when I need to create a new voice, I have to ditch an old voice. Between the Way of Mandalore and my Supernatural Encounters adaptations, I'm always capped out. And recently I was capped out and needed a new voice, and I had to delete some. Thinking I would not need Ragnar to speak again, I deleted Ragnar's voice model. Hence, the moaning. Hence, the pain. I'm going to have to rebuild that from scratch. It won't be too hard to do so. I mean, I can make it again, just like I did the first time, but I wonder if I still have... It might be on a different computer is the problem. And I would have made his voice the same time I was working on the first ceremony scene, which would have been months ago. My oldest file here goes back to April. May 1st, April 30th. How did I modify it? What the heck? Am I stupid? Created Thursday, May the 1st, which is a real day. Modified Wednesday. How do you modify it before you create it? Right. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Okay, so then these go... What month was I working on that? Where's even, like, my lines for him? I've got Ragnar lines here. So that was, like, early April I was working on this. Yeah. I mean, I can rebuild... I could rebuild that pretty fast, actually, just by probably taking these lines. I was trying to see if I have his original file that I made the model from.
It's the new temple.
That's Ahsoka. Why did I think I wasn't going to use Ragnar again? every time I have to delete one, I always need that character back. It has happened so many times. Ugh! Alright. I don't have much audio. Where's...
Nisir bubat ner guy bol bet the guy bitte rugla mandore. Ibak nikel.
This might be enough to build a...
Alit or ishatal den. Ibak kuir teara.
This might be enough to build a model from. Now I have to figure out who I would need to delete. Oh, I can delete this one. I don't need this guy.
We rule.
I know I don't need him anymore. Ugh! I can't believe I did that. They should give you, like, a history, too. I know they had to, like, purge it from there. I don't need this one either.
Well, good day to you. I trust you're finding this afternoon as enlightening as I am. You know, I've always held that a well-placed anecdote can illuminate the most
I don't know what he's saying. It's like, this dude's just on a monologue. He's feeling himself. He was going to talk for 41 seconds. That's crazy. It's crazy work. Created... Oh, look at this. I'm getting corrected. Created is when the file was copied over because it made a new file, but the last time it was edited was before it got transferred over. Oh, yeah, because I did move the file from another computer to this SSD. So you are correct. I am indeed an idiot. Thank you, Goob, for making me realize that. That makes sense, though. So it's just like carrying over some of the metadata from the previous file, and then just like replaces the created because it's new in that hard drive, I guess. Who is this for?
Speak softly.
Oh yeah, that is the Mind Matrix and Keeper of the Cosmic Clock. Oh,
if your actions create a legacy.
I don't need her either. That was my narrator for my Space Worm movie. Okay, I got 3 slots now. Let's see if... The heck? Oh, you're kidding me. Alright. Freak! Screw you. I'm doing it my way. I'll do it live! It says it can't take files shorter than 5 seconds. Well, watch what happens when I put all of your files back to back and make you one file. Huh? What you gonna do now? This is how you... This is why I think humans will never be destroyed by machines. I'm demonstrating it right now. Ragnart. I don't want an MP4. Hit me up with the MP3. And out. Boom. Should rip through that real quick. Oh, I hate how it does this. It's rendering the stuff that's not my file. It's because I have like 47 minutes of other files in this timeline now. And it, for some reason, it has to like encode all of those, even though I've only selected this one section. Yes, that was like a 20-second inconvenience, but I will whine about it again. I have the right. Not even deleting him could stop his monologue. Seriously. Okay, now I've got my Ragnar. Sorry, just made me laugh. Memories. This file I named, I hate this file. Those were like my conversion struggle days. Okay, I got 18 seconds. Let's see if it's enough. Ragnar. Look at that. It remembers I've done it before. Language Russian. Oh. It's because it's hearing the Mando. I want. It's speaking Russian. I have a minor in Russian language, so I'm trying to. Granted, I got that 6 years ago and haven't spoken a single word or really done any training for Russian since then.
Будь здесь сейчас. Будь здесь сейчас. Позже где-то еще. Это так сложно.
Something now. I can't. I have like some idea of what it's saying, but I cannot translate that. I'm sorry. I don't remember. I don't remember how to do it. Mayo. Young. A young lad speaking solemnly in oaths and decrees. It sounds pretty close to my previous model just from those 18 seconds, thankfully. Alright, Ragnar, what you got? Are you going to still speak Russian?
Forest whispers its secrets when the rain falls gently.
Oh no, this is not good.
The forest whispers its secrets when the rain falls gently.
Why is it giving him... I'm the one who gave him an Australian accent, apparently, but... I don't like how it's doing that.
The forest whispers its secrets when the rain falls gently.
I don't want him to just have an accent all of a sudden. Why is it doing that? I don't want an accent. Please don't speak with one.
I don't want an accent. Please don't speak with one.
So I cannot create the model from the Mandoa. It puts a foreign accent on there, which means I have to freak. I gotta go back and just remake it from the original voice lines from the Mandalorian, which I should have in this project file. Whoa. What the heck? What am I looking at? What happened to my movie? What is this? What is that? What is that? Why is that there? How is that there? Who is that there? What the crap? I'm gonna delete it and then like regret it one day. Do I still have... See, my audio's so butchered here. I might be able to grab it from this one. What an inconvenience.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors that I shall walk the way of the Mandalore.
And the words of the creed shall be forever forged.
Creed shall be forever forged in my heart.
It's got one more. This is the way in there, I know.
This is the way.
Oh, that would be everybody. That one would be his. Alright.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors that I shall walk the way of the Mandalore. And the words of the creed shall be forever forged in my heart.
This is the way.
Okay. Should be able to make the model from this. Oh, frick. What an inconvenience. Now I gotta wait these 20 seconds again. Oh, man. Man. What is that? What is kid voice? What is that? What is that file? Why do I have kid voice file?
No!
Okay. Yeah, that's not what I want. Not what I want at all. Replace Ragnar. That was from,
No! We have to go back for my parents! Please!
That was my attempt at a young Din, but we decided just to scrap all voice for him. Did I do this? Oh, whoa. Oh, I guess because it just already encoded that. Alright. I can't whine. How unfortunate. Here we go. Catch up on some chats. It wouldn't be Adobe if it wasn't unnecessarily scanning your system's files. Yeah, and uploading them to Adobe, who then sells the data to somebody else. Try and make the model, but let it think it's Russian. I got the originals now. What's up, Prisms? You're back. Hello, can you tell me the runtime for the edits again? I missed that part. Alright, you know, for you, I'll do it. I will do it. Though it is earlier in the stream, for you, I'll do it. Here we go. I'll rip these out real quick. 2 hours, 3 minutes. 2 hours, 29 minutes. 2 hours, 3 minutes. 2 hours, 4 minutes. 2 hours, 15 minutes. Oh, fan edit of the month award. Oh, nice. And then this film, the final one, is a la Endgame, a la Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. Good old 3.5 hour beast. Okay, let's get my model. Instant voice clone. What's your pick for the worst movie of 2025 that you have seen? Yours is Karate Kid's Legends. I heard bad things about that and didn't even bother to watch. Excuse me. I only watched the first Karate Kid to begin with. Worst movie I've seen in 2025? I'm gonna look up a list. Oh. I can't even say I couldn't watch it all. Without a doubt, though, this is it right here. I literally couldn't finish it. I tried for the lulz. I will admit, it's an hour and 31-minute movie that I genuinely couldn't finish. This is not only the worst movie of 2025, quite possibly the worst movie of all time. Genuinely, it's in the running for one of the worst Hollywood productions ever. So, yeah, this absolutely takes the cake. I made it like 40 minutes into it, and it was just astonished how bad. Genuinely astonished. And then I just was like skipping around through the rest, and then watched like a YouTube recap of some of it. This is just an insufferable movie. You're watching it and you're like, it's mind-boggling how this was even produced or released. Like new release. Yeah, this is 2025. This came out a couple months ago or something. Morbius and Madam Web exists. I didn't watch either of those. I refuse. I do refuse. Did not watch those. Why go to the theaters when you can Jack Sparrow it? I mean, some movies deserve the theater experience. I did Jack Sparrow this one, though. I didn't want to pay for this one. I gave it a 6. It's probably, I'd probably give it like a 5.9. I'm particular about my point ones. It was fine. It was fine, but I didn't want to pay for it. It was too risky of a watch. So, yeah. Ahoy, mateys. I'm trying to think of any other bad movies I saw in 2025. I can't think of any other really bad ones. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a list over here, just other people saying what they thought their worst was. I haven't seen like any of those though. A lot of people say War of the Worlds. I almost watched that, but I chose not to. I'm glad, because it got horrible reviews. Worst show I've watched in 2025 would probably be this. Not all of it. It's an anthology, so it really varies episode to episode, but the lows are quite low. This one, yeah, this is the one in particular in my mind that I was like, that sucked. Yeah, you're getting like 5s and 4s and 4s. It's not good. This one is probably the only thing of the season worth watching. Yeah. Alright, where am I? I need Ragnar. Whoa, this can't be real. Who? Bobby Blabby? This is a crazy list. Is this just like every movie on, like every big release and you're supposed to pick your worst? Or this can't be in order. There's no chance you can say these are the worst movies of 2025. I really haven't seen like any, like, okay, this isn't even out yet. This list is crap. This one I did watch this, not in theaters, but that one did suck, which pissed me off because the game is phenomenal. Great story in the game. Oh, well, you know, try to make an adaptation with a movie and you change 80% of the plot and now it sucks. Well, where have I seen that happen before? Oh, Snow White's 2025 also. Goodness. That's tough. I mean, War of the Worlds is no doubt worse than Snow White. I also really did not like this movie. It wasn't like... I didn't like it at all. Didn't like the themes, didn't like the animation, thought the character was super annoying. Not good. I was pretty harsh on it. I gave it a 3. Which I think it is. Okay, a 5 is average. I was like, yeah, I'm neutral about that movie. So it's like 2 notches below that. It's like, That was bad. You could just watch with the family at home. Absolutely. Pre-order your Mission Impossible Final Reckoning Blu-ray to begin re-editing it. That film was way too long. I've not watched Final Reckoning. Oh, I'm glad I know Until Dawn sucks. It was on my optimistic to watch list. Yeah, it's not worth it. The beginning is like the first act. I was like, ooh, okay. And then it just goes off the rails and it sucks after that. You maybe get like 20, 30 good minutes. And then it's just like, it craters so bad with pacing and stupid plot. Yeah. Like as I stray farther and farther from the game, it just gets worse and worse. See Snow White, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I super did not. Did I let some of the behind the scenes stuff influence me? Yeah, I did. I'll be honest. That does affect my perception of a movie or a show. For example, like the stuff Leslie Headland was saying. I mean, you can, when you're going to give those type of ignorant comments about the movie or about the fan base or something, I mean, it bleeds into the movie itself. If the creator has those deeply held beliefs that the original Snow White is patriarchal garbage and that it's like sexual assault, the kiss and stuff, I mean, those themes are bled all over that movie where it just corrupts the intent of the original. So I think it is a horrendous adaptation of the original story. I know like the main actress got a lot of crap for stuff in general. I thought she did like an okay performance. I'm not going to just completely dump on her performance. I think she's a crappy person. I think it was dumb to cast her. Especially like Snow White's supposed to be the most beautiful like woman in the world or something. I guess this would just be personal taste. My opinion. Though I do kind of think there's an objective element to this. The evil queen was more attractive than Snow White. So like the entire theme of your movie is zonked because of your casting. See if I can get a good picture that shows that dichotomy. Okay, look, I mean, come on. Like, the gal. These pictures are so freaking small when I do this. Alright. I mean, okay. Do you see what I mean? I don't think she's like an ugly person by any means. But I mean, it's just, that's why I say, like, this is pretty objective. Okay, the evil queen is... Though, you could also make the same argument for the cartoon, I guess. Now that I'm looking at the cartoons, I would make the same argument. The evil queen cartoon is more attractive. Bad movie. Didn't hate Elio, but it had no real meaning or resonance. And yeah, it was very hollow. No lasting elements. That movie is gone out of my mind already. Goob refused to watch it. Felt like Disney was directly attacking. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was very insulting. I did not pay to go see that, but I threw it on Disney Plus. I don't show... The only, like, remake I've shown my kids was the Lion King one, which... Even they, a 5 and a 4-year-old, never, ever, ever request to watch that one again. The remake. And that one did, like, that made a boatload of money. The technology and the graphics were great. The main criticism was all of the emotion of the movie is just gone. And they want to watch the old ones all the time. They never want to watch the remake. Why is that? So like come on, Disney, you're missing something. Very, very clearly missing something, and they just don't listen to feedback. They know better than us. It has taken me like an hour to make this. Distraction. It feels good to get distracted again. A young lad speaking solemnly and giving oaths. Tebruglamando ade. You see, though, I don't mind Disney's changing the message to be about inner beauty, which is more important than looks. Make your own film that tells that theme, then. I agree. In general, I don't deny the existence of physical beauty, but when you say what's more important about a human being, absolutely inner beauty. Make your own movie to make that theme. Don't take a work, steal the name of it, and then inject yourself and your own opinions into somebody else's work. That's kind of what I was like ranting about on the last stream with like the Witcher or Rings of Power, or what we were like messaging about. What I was saying about Leslie Headland. Like don't use your movie as like your own. Your movie that is somebody else's work. If you're gonna do an adaptation, do it faithfully. It's that simple. I am deathly afraid right now. My top 3 IPs that I enjoy: Star Wars, Mass Effect, and The Witcher. Okay? 2 of the 3 have been butchered by Hollywood. 3, Mass Effect 4 got, and I guess you could say that the very end of 3 got butchered by EA, another famous serial killer. They are making a Mass Effect TV show through Amazon, and if I just disappear and never post a video again, it's because I did not survive that experience. I couldn't go through the pain of watching my beloved Mass Effect get massacred. And then it's so easy to make new stories in that universe. Okay, there's prequel comics, there's novel adaptations of prequels and in between the games and stuff. Some of them are quite good, especially the prequel comics. Why not adapt that, but instead they're going for the main trilogy of the game, which is the entire point of Mass Effect is like, I will tell my own story. I will like put myself in Shepard's shoes and I will write my own story. And there's like massive trilogy altering decisions you're making in the first game that like greatly affect things, massively affect endings in the third game. And so it's like, well, how the heck are you going to tell that story? You're just going to like be arbitrarily picking some decisions? I just find that as a very weird thing to do, and I'm worried. I'm worried, guys. I can't go through this again. I don't think the messaging in the original was just about looks anyway, as Snow White is a direct contrast in personality to the Queen, too. Yeah, for sure. The themes in the original one are very prevalent. All their original animations were just very, very well done emotionally and the animation-wise for the time. That's why we also see Snow White form a friendship with the dwarfs, while the queen uses fear to motivate her disciples. So, yeah.
The rhythm of the ocean is a soothing lullaby.
Really, Ragnar?
The rhythm of the ocean is a soothing lullaby.
It's kind of gay. All right. See, Star Wars might be back on track, but the issue is they aren't promoting Mando and Grogu. They put an image out for Starfighter, but yeah, they know Mando's not going to make a bunch of money. They're banking on Starfighter to make their money. Faux show. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, let's try this.
I don't want an accent. Please don't speak with one.
There we go. All right, Ragnar's back. Ya boy Ragnar has returned. I might like lower his pitch.
I don't want an accent. Please don't speak with one. I don't want an accent.
I might like lower his pitch a little bit in the movie just to show a slight amount of maturity. Just very, very, very slight. I know not much time has passed for him to like go through puberty and get a deeper voice in general, but I'll do a little something. All right. Let's at least get a second line in here before I wrap up. Din be Vislabau Bjorkan Megalaro T Bik.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek.
Whoa. Brother, you're talking about your dead father. It's not that exciting, I promised.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said solemnly. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said solemnly. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said solemnly.
Still kind of like fast.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said solemnly. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said solemnly.
Maybe I need to try like sadly.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said sadly. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said sadly. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek, he said sadly. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek. Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek.
Come on,
he said sadly.
Ragnar, give me something I can use.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek.
Ah, you messed it up at the last second. You had the right tone to start. Try again.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek.
That wasn't horrible. And it's going to be helmeted also now. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. He said solemnly.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek.
Nice.
Nivori din bevisla balburkan megolaro tibek.
There we go. That works. accept the line of Vizsla and the responsibility that comes with it. Ugh. I hate when one word is down there. I'm trying to see if I can edit anything. Why does accept have to be... It's 2 characters. And shrink it. Shrink it! Nobody will notice.
Din be kaish buer.
Ni vori din be Vizsla balbuerkan Mandalore tibik.
And then... Dang, we're starting to get a little bit long. Because the entire armor's next line was supposed to fit in there.
I shall walk the way of the Mandalore.
And the words of the creed shall be forever forged in my heart.
And the words of the creed shall be forever forged in my heart.
Because they gotta be done talking by the time she starts like to move to baptize. So I'll probably have to remove one of the sentences I wrote for each of them. So that would be this one for the armorer. Actually, since I'm on him, let me just finish his. Nitali. Should be good. What do you say? I will hold the line my father held. I swear it before the Manda.
Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui micha through Amanda.
Sounded weird.
Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui mi. Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui micha through Amanda. He said sadly.
Why is he sounding like that all of a sudden?
Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui micha through Mahanda. He said sadly.
Did he though?
Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui micha through Amanda. He said sadly.
It's kind of freaking me out.
Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui micha through Amanda. He said sadly. He said Amanda. On Monday. Ni taili din biru taili ni dinui micha through Amanda.
That might work. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't have time to finish this whole thing. I gotta go eat a little bit of protein. Got a chicken breast calling my name. Finish an episode of Gen V. I'll probably finish this tomorrow at work. We'll see. You know, I'm gonna be sad when I finish this and move to like the next phase of editing, because I can't live stream as I like watch the whole movie. So I'm gonna have to do all that like offline. If anybody has any like fun stream ideas I could do like during the week as I've been doing that final review and stuff, I could cover like some Star Wars news and all. Peace, SWA. Thanks for being here. We'll do where do I check this? Show off the top fans. Today we've got a first place tie between Goob and Prisms, though you have the same XP. It decided Goob wins today. Couldn't tell you why, but he does. SWA down there, Billiam and me, Mr. Marv, Oric and Shoya. thanks for chatting. Thanks for taking a peek. I'm excited to release the movie to you soon. So yeah, leave a comment or something. DM me. What's like a fun thing I could do while I can't stream while I do that final pass. Alright. Thanks for joining. I will see you again very soon.